Hello, folks. This is Justin of The Right to Speak Freely on October the 12th of 2015, and I hope everybody is doing well. I am doing great because finally someone has decided that they can look past what they believed was a personal struggle, or was just a personal struggle, that this was just between two different channels or whatever different channels that didn't agree with each other. And they looked at the ideas at which they were presenting, and they decided to add upon it. That's all we were looking for. Thank you so much, Aryan empires, for actually listening to what we had to say and not just see it as an attack. Well, you know what? Throughout this video that I'm going to send you to the link, and I highly recommend that you do take a look at it for yourself. He's going to expose Manichaeism, which I had mispronounced before. Sorry, guys, I had learned the word in another language before I learned it in English. And the Gnosticism, as well as Fascism in the movement, in this truth movement at which we have today. That's right. We have a group mentality, be it larger channels or those who follow them, who believe that what they do is more important. And that's a big problem that we try to expose. I understand why many people would think that this was just a personal thing. However, now we have another person that clearly laid out an argument that this is worth your time. This exposes pack mentality in here, wolf mentality. That if you criticize, if you go against the official narrative of what we have in our movement, the shadow government within our movement, you will be attacked. You will not be looked at as somebody who is actually trying to bring forth truth. Well, have fun trying to take a look into this argument that he presents and try and poke holes in this one. Because you know what? I thought this was one of the most, at least, brilliant videos that I've ever seen, and it's just over an hour. He packs in what we tried to do. It took us 13 hours. He was able to make a very precise statement along with his conclusions, or whatever you like to call them, as to what is going on in this movement. And we have a bunch of people here that says that their work is more important. You go and speak against it. Well, too bad. You know what? You're going to have to get attacked for doing that. So, if you have the courage to look outside the norm of the mainstream alternative media inside our own truth movement, well then take a look into this video, because I don't know if I've ever seen a video at which I've learned so much. In fact, from what I learned in this, the connections that were made, that I saw, the logical and emotional connections that I saw in this video, I probably learned more in that than what I did with any of these larger channels over the past 3 years that I've been listening combined. So, you know what? I totally recommend that you go over there to Aryan Empires and just listen to what he has to say. He makes a very good argument. And for those who disagree with it, are you going to give him an actual argument, a rebuttal in return, or are you going to make it about a personal thing? Well, in it, there was many things that he agreed with that we had, that we were able to make an immediate link with. And on top of that, he was able to politely correct us, probably much better than what we've ever done. And on top of that, there was things that he didn't disagree, or that he didn't agree with, or at least not at this time, and that's his right to do so. And if he doesn't after, that's okay. So this is what I'd like to do. Aside from you guys, I totally would love for you guys to take a look at this video and learn what you can. See if you can see what he sees. And if not, that's okay. We respect that. I'm sure he will respect that. But he also, with these things that we didn't quite bridge the gap, I would love to invite him to have a show on the We'll Do It Live podcast network with us, and we can discuss our differences in opinion, and hopefully, out of that, we can come to even better realizations. Because you know what? This guy right here, you can say what you want about me, but this guy spelt it out plainly of what is going on in this movement. And I'd love to listen to what he has to say. I'd love to be able to pick his brain. Normally, I would probably do the invitation privately. However, at this moment, it's just been pretty hard to deal with all the different social media outlets that I have, like Skype and all that stuff. So it's probably better off that I just ask him publicly. I would love, and I asked Christy as well, Chrissy, we would love to speak with you, Aryan Empires, and thank you so much for making that video, because you opened my eyes even further to what is truly going on in this movement. And I agree that it's much further past the narcissism, the gypsies, the Professor Dooms, whoever you want to talk about. It's a mentality. It's a herd mentality, a group pack mentality is what we're trying to expose. I believe he's doing the exact same thing too, and that's why I would love to invite him for an episode of We'll Do It Live, a real alternative podcast, and hopefully we'll be able to do this very soon. If not, that's okay. We respect that as well. But thank you so much. If we never speak again, Aryan Empires, thank you so much for creating that video. I learned so much from it. I really appreciate it. And for the rest of you guys, thank you very much for your time. Highly recommend going over there and taking a look. Listen to what he has to say, and you might learn something. Take care, guys.